session, session 5 of our St Nick's Christmas packs. That is Rich over there, even if you can't quite see him underneath the beard and the wig. Who are you being?
I'm doubling it up this time for this session because we are doing Wise Men and Star. And you're looking good, Vicky, with your arms like this.
Thank you very much.
Now, can you guys remember what we've done in our other 4 sessions? I'm going to help Vicky with some noises. Right, session 1, Vicky.
Mary and the Angel.
Session 2.
Donkey and Joseph.
Session 3.
The sheep and the shepherds.
Session 4.
Jesus and the stable.
And session 5
was the wise men and the star.
And we're going to hear from Elijah, Levi, Anya and their mum and dad.
The shepherds were not the only visitors to see Jesus. Far away to the east of Israel were some wise men who studied the stars.
I'm so wise.
Look at the stars.
These wise men noticed an unusual star in the sky.
This one's so bright. I think let's go over.
It's really unusual. It must mean a new king is born.
So they prepared precious gifts and began a long journey across the desert and over the mountains to find him.
Come on, you so slow coaches.
Guided by the star, the wise men found where baby Jesus was.
We're so pleased to meet you.
Oh yes, sir, Mr. Dragon.
They were delighted and, opening their treasure chests, gave him gifts.
We have gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh.
The way that God told the wise men to come to see the baby reminds us that Jesus came to earth for everybody, wherever we come from. I'll ask you some questions about how those wise men felt on the story, okay?
Yeah.
So Levi, how do you think they felt when they saw that unusual star?
Excited.
Yeah? How do you...
Because they thought it was a new king, but as well I think they might be a little bit confused.
Okay.
Because it's a star they have never ever seen before.
Okay, great answer. What about you, Elijah?
I think they feel excited because Jesus might be born and there was a new king that was born.
Okay, great. And when they finished their long journey, Anya, and got to Jesus, how do you think they felt then?
Excited.
Because they're meeting Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I think they would feel tired because they were a little bit thirsty and hungry because they went on a far walk through deserts and over mountains and mountains are really quite high, and I think that might mean they might be really, really tired.
Yeah.
I think they were tired but also confused because normally kings would be born in a palace, not like a stable where the animals slept. And they would all feel tired because it was a really, 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 really long journey.
That was a really good point, Elijah. Thanks. Right, Anya, why did the wise men want to give baby Jesus some presents?
Because he was a new king.
Brilliant, thank you.
Hi guys, this is our last session craft, but it's going to be a good one. We're going to be making the wise men and the star. For our star, you will have in your pack a tea light and a really nice porcelain tea light holder. Now what you got to do for this one is find some pens to colour it in with. Permanent markers and Sharpies work quite well, but you've got to be really careful that you've put paper down underneath where you're working so that you don't get permanent pen on anything, and don't wear clothes that you don't want to get permanent pen on, but just don't get them on the clothes anyway. You can colour this in however you'd like. Maybe you'd also like to glue on some sequins or some pom-poms or anything else you have at home. Be careful gluing things on near to where the candle is going to be burning. Maybe just put those on the outside. Don't light your candle without an adult's help. We have also been learning about the wise men in our story today, and for this you're going to need a printout that has your Wise Men Twisting Tower craft printout written on it. You're going to need some pens for colouring, a pipe cleaner, some scissors and glue. What you're going to do is you're going to colour in all the different sections really carefully and enjoy spending some time colouring. Maybe you want to put on some music, but there are lots of bits to colour on here. I spent quite a lot of time colouring the one I'm going to show you later. You then, after you've coloured it in, you need to cut out all 3 of the different nets to make the shapes. Make sure you cut out around the flaps and sections. Don't cut across any of the pieces. I'll show you what they'll look like once they're cut out. Each one of your shapes will be this same shape layout. You're going to see a flap on this edge and a flap here, and 2 at the bottom as well. If you fold all of those, that's your first step. Take your time and try and make these folds nice and straight and neat on the lines. So I have folded all of my flaps in, and I'm also going to fold along the 2 vertical lines and the 2 horizontal lines as well. So it should look a bit like this with lots of folds in it, but not yet attached together. And we're not going to attach it together until we have our pipe cleaner running through it. So I've grabbed a pen in order to make my holes before I put my pipe cleaner through. And on the circles, you're just going to push your pen carefully, maybe get an adult to do this because you don't want to prick your fingers. Push your pen into the circle so it makes it into a hole. I'm going to do that on the second one as well. Excellent. And now you can push your pipe cleaner into one hole and out of the other. And if you can imagine folding all of your folds again, all at the same time, that will now make a box around my pipe cleaner, a nice triangle box. And there's one that I made earlier which will make explaining this a little bit easier. So as you can see, I've built my boxes around my pipe cleaner, but the bottom box hasn't got a dot on the bottom, and you will see in your template that the bottom triangle does not have a dot in it, so you don't need to make a hole in that one. What you do need to do, however, is when you are building that one, just push the pipe cleaner through the top hole and then fold it in half to make and twist it round to make sort of large knot so that it doesn't come back through that hole. And then, as we did before, you can fold them up and make that shape around your pipe cleaner. You're going to need glue on every single one of these flaps, and you might need to glue it and then hold it for a little while before you do the next one. This will probably need some adult hands because it's quite fiddly, but it will be worth it in the end. Once you've attached your top box on, you can make sure that they're all pushed neatly against each other, and then twist your pipe cleaner to make a sort of hook. Then, if you can see, you twist your men around and you can change their outfits. So why not make that home and have some fun telling the story together?